Hello everyone, my name is Max and welcome back to the official Line Ball Pool channel. This is the video you've all been waiting for since the end of the King of the Hill. It is the award show showcasing the best shots, the best plays. There'll be lots of spoilers in this video for the tournament, so make sure you go and watch it. Links will be in the description or in the comments. There's a full playlist on the channel as well for the King of the Hill. There's no spoilers in the titles or thumbnails of any of those videos. Who deserves the awards, who deserves the shouts, the plaudits, and we can go over all that right now. So the first award is actually one that we came across at the end of the tournament, and if you skipped off the last video in the series, or if you turned it off after the final result, you may have missed the Most Valuable Player award, which goes to the best player of the tournament. So our nominees were James Bliss. He had a brilliant run, obviously winning the tournament for his team as well, some of the most consistent shots, as well as Brandon Ethel as well. Simran, she had some brilliant shot of the tournament contenders in there. Alex Elwood, who, if you've seen the video where we showcase the best shots of the tournament, he was always in and around that area. John Barrett, my own father, he had a really good tournament, and as well Ardit too. So it's a lot of players from similar teams, and the winner of this, some of you may be surprised, I personally am not surprised. It was Alex Elwood who was the best player. Lineade, they didn't have a particularly strong finish in the tournament, but Alex and Ardit individually played some amazing shots and really were two of the most consistent high scoring players, and this is the best performance we've ever seen from Lineade. So we'll see how Alex and Ardit do next time we see them on the channel. They have just grown and grown as the tournaments have come on, and I think especially doing those stat projects really helped them. Next, we're moving on to best shots of the tournament nominations. So we have a video on the channel which highlights the best shots of the King of the Hill. Go watch that video as well once you're done here. And at the end of the video, it shows the absolute #1 best shot. So you can go and see it there. But for now, if you haven't seen it already, let's go through the nominees. So we had John Barrett, who played an incredible shot where he brought two balls down the table, one that was really stuck up near the out of bounds zone, and he brought both the ball he was playing and that in one amazing shot. Then we had Simran, who played a really nice, again, very similar to John's shot, but it was bringing an easier red into the zone with the ball she was hitting, but they were much closer to the black, which made this quite a good shot. James Bliss had so many shots that went near corner pockets and really hid balls away from the opponents. Hoy, he had some lovely aggressive attacking shots, as well as myself and Alex too. But the winner for the best shot of the tournament, it had to go to John. A brilliant shot from him. You'll see it on the screen now as I am talking. Just what a tournament for him as well. I know that his team didn't have a great showing, but in terms of an individual set, he had some really nice plays. Although what we do need for the next set for Daddy's Clackers is to just speed them up a little bit. I think how slow they were taking every game and every shot was a detriment because they kind of lost momentum. I think if they kept that momentum up, they would have probably had a better showing. Next, we move on to the most improved player. So these are players that had a tough time maybe in our first tournament, but also played in it and then grew in this next one. So your nominees are Alex Elwood, Brandon, John and Ardit as well, all of them placed in the bottom half of the Vanguard Invitational, but had better tournaments this time round. John is the only one here who didn't end up finishing in the top half for this tournament, but he did have, as we said, great individual shots. But I do think there only could be one winner for this award, and of course, what a great pose as well. It had to go to Brandon. He went from last place in our previous tournament, the Vanguard Invitational, to first place in this one. What a turnaround. I think the team dynamic of Brandon and James was great. I think he was really good with Timmy as well. They played some really nice shots, but they were both very similar players, both quite defensive in that first tournament. I think Brandon had the complement of James, who was really confident as a player, and then Brandon was more confident himself in this tournament. So a really good showing. He had to be the winner for the most improved player. Now we've got the best new player. We've got Pete, Paul, Simran, James and Tally, All of them have never played on the Lion Ball channel before this tournament, of a varying degree of skill levels. Paul and Pete played badminton. I said badminton. I know Paul, Pete, and Tally from my badminton group, which is why I've said that. We didn't play badminton here. We played Lion Ball. Pete and Paul played pool back in the day, but haven't really played a lot recently and had never played Lion Ball before. Simran has done the commentary, played a bit of pool. Tally had never played a Q Sport at all, so just great confidence from Tally to come along playing a good team. And the winner for the best new player went along to James Bliss. It just had to. He won the tournament as a brand new player, so he just had to go on to win this award. Him and Brandon, what a dynamic. Hopefully can see that resume in future tournaments. We'll have to see how he does next time. Can he continue that hot streak? Now, the best attacking players. Myself, James, Alex, Chris, Hoy, the first mention for Byron as well, and also Pete. All of these players mostly played strong attack shots as the tournament went on, and to different levels. I think for the first tournament we did, it was pretty much all defensive, whereas this tournament, the King of the Hill, everything veered a lot more around attack shots, which was really nice to see. It was brilliant that people took the initiative to play more aggressively. I think the format also helped that, because if you were on the hill, to stay on the hill, you had to play attack shots as your run went on, and that format change really changed the way people thought. So that's why there's so many nominees, because so many people themed their game around attacks. But of course, the winner has to be Alex Elwood. He played the most, I believe, attack shots. We'll see when the stats come out. But he also played some of the highest quality. And if you watch the video with the best shots of this tournament, he's all over it with some really nice attacking plays. And there were even 4 or 5 good ones that didn't even make the cut for the video, which just shows how many he was doing. Now, the best defensive player, the opposite end. The list is a bit shorter because, as I said, a lot of people themed their game around attack. James is nominated on both of these because he had such a good game for both attack and defense. Simran played some nice shots as well that ended in corners. Brandon mostly played defensive. Paul as well was much more methodical. Pete was going aggressive and Paul was playing those defensive shots. And then Tally, as she was new to the sport and new to the game, she was focusing on her defensive play, why she's nominated here. And the winner is still James Bliss. He played the best defensive shots. The amount of times he got a ball into the corner, nicely nestled, safely away and protected. He was the best at it, so he had to win this award as well. He is sweeping up the awards, is our James. Now, this is the one to watch for the next tournament. These are players who played in this tournament who are going to be there in the next one as well, because some of the players are returning. Some people can only make tournaments every so often. So Chris, Ardit, Brandon, John and Hoy are also all going to be playing in our Lion Ball League, which I'm very excited to announce soon. And who are we most excited to see? Well, everyone thinks it will be our man John, and for very good reason. He's playing shot of the tournament in this one. He had a bad league space finish, but had a good individual performance. I think he's had a lot of potential, and everyone's just excited to see him showcase that more. Ardit and Alex in the first tournament had a lot of potential to live up to, and then in this one I feel like they delivered on that, whereas John is now at the same point that Ardit and Alex were at the end of our first tournament. Really good highlight reel, but a lot more still to prove. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Morgan Le Fay Art for providing the 2 prizes you can see in James's left hand and in Brandon's hand as well. Music throughout the tournament was by Wake Up Leo, so thank you Leo for letting us use your lovely music to colour the tournament. The commentary was by Ray Clark, former BBC commentator. Really brought it to life, didn't he? Show Ray some love in the comments. We played it at Cousins Lounge, and again, congrats to James and Brandon for the win. We'll have a video coming soon on the channel to showcase what is coming next, to get you excited, get you hyped up for all the cool things we are doing. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone, and there's so much more to come. We'll share it all soon. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.